CBT, and so many of those stuff. We only try to do what we can in these 2 days. So I need you to be very apt and rapt for an attention. Keep your questions ready. And I do hope you have your 2 psychometric analysis already printed out in hard copies. You are not to fill it because I doubt if you know what is inside. You have to just print and hold so that we can begin the intervention from us and you over there as we begin this 2 days program. It's going to be very exciting. I'm sure you are going to catch fun without the fight. Karim Khadijat, good to see you. Are you ready to catch fun? Dorcas, Fidelis Glenda, and everyone in the house. On very many occasions, when we talk mental health, people look at madness. Oh, you are mad. Something is wrong with the head of one person or the other. I'd like to welcome my colleague and friend here, and my co-partner, Dr. 𝐷𝐿. I guess you're in the house. Along the line, he will also be making some contribution there. You're welcome, sir, doctor. Very busy man, yet he's here. So, on a very pivotal note, we're going to be looking at issues together. How do you advance a career in mental health? I have taught mental health an intervention. I've carried out intervention across continental waters. I've run online therapy, on-site, offline. I've held implant sessions when it comes to issue having to do with mental health. I've had the opportunity to travel to places to do mental health. I just came in from some part of Africa not quite long ago doing mental health. And I'm so particularly excited that you are here, sir, today, because mental health is more than handling human beings. It's more than what? Handling human beings. Some organizations are mentally sick because they lack the culture, the structure, and the systems that is needed and necessary. So when the man there is medically sound, but mentally sick, then a lot of issues there hold sway. So we're saying, hey, how do we prevent? Beyond prevention, how do we do education for people to be aware and to see what goes the right order and the wrong order, the good, the bad, and the ugly? As a mental health professional, how can I be well positioned and balanced to handle cases when I see them? How do I do first aid mental health? How do I ensure that In taking cases, at the end of the day, my client is fine, I am fine, and everyone around me is fine. How do I ensure that having handled the case, I find a sense of fulfillment thereat, and then my client too has value for the time is spent and invested with me, so that at the end of the day, we are all happy and glad for it. Mental health is beyond just individuals. Mental health in family, mental health in institutions, mental health in corporations, organizations, mental health in the religious places is imperative. There's nowhere mental health is not imperative. The emphasis is even higher. We're looking at emotional health. We're looking at physical health, which everyone knows about. We are looking at spiritual health. I hope you all know that health is no longer about, oh, my body is strong or not strong. It's much more deeper than that. Health we're looking at is total wholeness, spirit, soul, and body, ensuring that you are coping well, managing your stress, giving your stressors without having your stress to manage you. It's also very vital. How do I intervene? And what are the qualities a mental health interventionist needs? What is therapy? In our climb here, when you hear therapy, you see people say, I reject it. It's not my portion. Therapy is just your capacity to identify with a situation, provide cut-out solution using specific germane strategy to arriving at your intervention. Therapy does not necessarily mean it has to be bad. Anything you can do to add color to human lives and organizations, institutions, family, not to leave them the same way you met them, is very therapeutic. A sense of relief. People are glad and happy meeting you. You are a problem solver. You enter a place, you turn on the light for people to see better, appreciate deeper, and to enjoy a healthier relationship across board. Matters a huge lot in therapy. How many of us were around? Was it last week when I took a session on applied metabolism? Yeah. How many? Can you signify through the chat box? Want to know if I should just do a recap of what I did last time. Amina from Kaduna, Uzowulu, she's from Delta. Were you around? Who was around? Who was not around? Zainab Edu was around. Wedding was around. In the one I handled last week. I was around. Dr. Matthew Peter was around. Wedding was around. Only 3 people. Benedict Botin. Helen was around. Okay. At least I've got 4 or 5 who were around. So, by way of recap, I showed a place of service excellence without borders as an intervention. I came in from an interventionist approach where I said it's very vital we identify the causes, crises, clauses, and challenges. Education, prevention, and intervention. I'm going to play a video for everybody to watch, and I need your contribution. 𝐭𝐤𝐧𝐭𝐚𝐥, welcome on board. I need your contribution in this video. Sorry, I was muted temporarily. Yes, thank you so very much. So in the light of this video, I want comments on the screen, on the chat box. Who is a specialist? What is mental health intervention? What is caregiving? Because these 2 days practical training and equipment cuts across paramedics, public health officials, caregivers, clinical psychologists, mental health experts, counselors, behavioral therapists, medical doctors, whoever. So looking at that video, what can you see? And what can you say? What is counseling? What is therapy? What is coaching? That video sums everything we're going to do for these 2 days. Sum them up. 𝐭𝐤𝐧𝐭𝐴ZRA. My mind is speaking on you. You are in my net today. So, Lawrence Akwa, what can you say? Say something. A previous government says, if you see something, say something. From that video, what can you infer? Who is a coach? Who is a therapist? Who is an expert? Who is a specialist? in mental health. For you to receive our certificate, you need to know what you're doing. Is a counselor. What are the counseling models you can find there? Let's test the waters. Who is saying something on the chat box? It's like the people are not hearing you. Fatima, are you sure people are hearing you?
Yes, sir, dear.
Okay. Say something. Anything you say, you are correct. Unfortunately, the video was not audible. It's not the audibleness you need, it's the sighting to see what played out, what happened. I have not seen the video, and I was not at all. No, the one I just played now. Fatima, did you see the video?
I did.
People claim they have not seen the video. Mama, you came in late. Now, let me show the video again. We have a long way to go. Mental health intervention is a very deep ocean, very, very deep and wide. So, even if I train you here for the next 1 week, we can't touch the thing. So, you better, let's move very fast. I saw the video, but don't understand it. Okay, I'm playing it again. Everybody look at the video. You don't even need the sound. Look at the video. Can you see it? I want 2 people to say something here. Otherwise, we won't certify you. If you have not done mental health 1, 2, 3, you might find it difficult to just say. So who is saying something? 2 people must bail you out, this group. There was unity for them to be able to achieve the common goal. Thank you, Grace. No wonder your name is Grace. Who is saying something again? Between a therapist and his client, a coach and his client, a counselor and his client. What can you see? What can you say? Okay, teamwork is very important. Between who and who, Bernard. Don't just generalize. You see, there's no room for generalization in health because there's no duplicate. I saw the video, but I don't understand. Can you see? Adekoya, Olufumilayo, or Fumilayo, group of people providing solution to a problem. Good. I want you to now bring it home to say, so and so was the problem. That's diagnosis. Not just a problem. What's the problem? I saw unity of purpose towards what's the goal, Helen? Therapy, you don't just assume and say something. 𝐭𝐨𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐳, what did you say? Oh, make I hear 𝐭𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐳. What did she say? Eh? Yes, you must be able to trace it down so that people who are not there will say, okay, doctor, coach, okay, doctors, okay, I heard you. Eh? Don't just generalize, though. No room for generalization. I also notice cooperation and togetherness in achieving a common goal. What is the common goal? Can you see? All of you are speaking on the surface. The problem was how they could get the drinks open for everyone to drink. Helen, you just want yourself a book. Ask me after. Helen traced it, tracked it. All participants need help. Who told you 𝐭𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐾𝐳? He said all participants. Helen just won a book now. He told us the problem. Analysis. Until you are able to identify a situation on ground, you never can offer solution. Others are supporting to accomplish their set goal. What is this, Stephen Wegbo? Tell me general. The mother bear showed care by encouraging and helping the younger to achieve the goal. 25%. You try. But you didn't tell us what the goal is. Who is talking again? Who is saying something? Who saw something and is saying something? Madam 𝐌𝐭𝐤𝐿, not seeing what you wrote. Emmanuel, I also noticed cooperation, yes. Teamwork, unity of purpose. But what's the goal? We want to hear. The video is glitchy on my side. Talk. Not be my fault too. Technical glitch. Uncle Bitcoin wise. He says there is a technical glitch at his own side. Okay, who is saying something? It shows teamwork. Okay. Okay. So now let's go ahead. We don't need to waste time on this. Except that I have not seen the drink the team lead gave them, and I started to work in the team. Yinka. Okay. So now hear my own judgment. On a pivotal note, offering solution, you are deliberate in offering services. You know what you want, how to get it, with who to get it, what plan to make, improvise, use what is available to achieve the obtainable. Intervention says, don't just consider the problem on ground. Look at the available resources you have at your disposal and utilize them to the best advantage of everyone. Now, look at this bear. The mama bear pushed forward, the longest of them all. How will you describe the terrain? On a very chilly ice, to join up with a team who's already formed. They needed to refresh everybody with a drink. Of course, Coca-Cola, a global brand. And in an attempt to doing that, they discover everyone according to their level of competency and capacities that delivers capability, quotient. And they now arrange themselves in such a way that this tiniest one will ride to be able to pick solutions down in the sky. They were not birds, so they had no wing to fly. But by the capacity of what is known, they use what they have, they got to get what they wanted. And at the end, the solution to their refreshing was brought up from the space. And everybody enjoys equally. That's my desire for you. All of you, I'm going to train for these 2 days. And then subsequently, every other month. Or some of you are very thirsty, we want to do mental health quickly. Every month, we will engage with you and show you the nitty-gritty so that you can start catching fun, intervening in mental health, emotional health, physical health, psychosocial health, and even every other area of health for human beings, for families, for institutions, and for organizations. So don't just give us reasons why you cannot achieve. Can you see them on the ice? They caught fun. As I train you for these 2 days, please make your client catch fun. Receive this ginger to push forward, to achieve, to break record, to help people, to offer solutions, to make provisions available, so that at the end of the days, as the day goes by, everybody enjoys. everybody achieves. As a mental health expert, you don't go against other experts. Rather, you work complementarily. That's why you will never hear me say anything that opposes the medical doctor. No, we complement. I go to hospitals myself, and hospitals refer cases to me, especially when it comes to the critical area for which I am known, for where I have expertise. Everybody in the house, are you ready for an initiation into the intervention model creed? So do your hand like this. If you can see me, take a note. Uncle 𝐶𝐞𝐲 is still looking for something underneath his table. He's not doing what I am saying. He's not likely going to get our certificate. Do like this, everybody. Say after me. From today, I will always check up from the neck up in order to be good neck down. When I am good neck down, I will be great leg forward. From today, as a mental health specialist, to check up the neck up,
I will look neck up
in order to be good neck down.
in order to be good neck down.
When I am good neck down, I will be great leg up. Another way, from today, to always help my client to check neck up.
In order to
Neck down with the great leg forward. I take a note today
I take an oath
to always package to manage in order to avoid the damage. Please clap for you. Clap and clap.
I'm sorry, Prof. You are muted. Sorry.
See, in mental health intervention programs, you don't ignore situations on ground. Whether they are good, they are bad, or ugly, they are always a case for you to answer. When you find them good, make them better. When you find them better, make them best. That's a specialist. There's no organization I have gone to that I don't contribute value. Many organizations in our African client, are very sick. I told you I just came back to Nigeria a few days ago, handling inter-regional mental health sicknesses across people, organizations, and places. So it's not about one person, it's group. So please, on a pivotal note, you don't ignore. And then you don't give an excuse to trade blame. Do what you can to your best ability to offer solution, so that at the end of the day, nobody is left behind. You, your client, the environment, the ecosystem, and everyone you can find. When you are intervening, whether as a counselor, as a mental health expert,
I don't know if I'm just the one, but Prof, I can't hear you. I don't know. Please, can we? I don't know if it's just me. I want to be sure.
There's no audio from him. There's no audio.
Audio? Okay, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, Prof.
Yes, yes.
What did you hear last? Because you need to pick every word that I speak. This is practical session. Emmanuel Okonofa, what did you hear last? Who heard me last? We can hear you now. What did you hear last? Okay, I'll start from this slide. There is a framework that works in mental health intervention programs. And you must always have this at the back of your mind. Anytime you are administering, you want to carry out a diagnosis, very vital. Okay, you just had that. I just came back to Nigeria a few days ago. Yes, I went to handle cross-continental and inter-regional mental health issues across people, institutions, organizations, platforms, homes, and families. And so it took me to a faraway nation from Nigeria. So mental health intervention takes care of it all, whether as a coach, a therapist, a counselor, a medical doctor, a caregiver, and a nurse. Common denominator to solving problems is the 𝐶𝐞𝐽 framework. Can you say 𝐶𝐞𝐽? Okay, you were unmuted. I can't hear you. This is a practical class, so you need to hear people and see them correspond. Good. Don't be muting me. You can mute every other person, but not me. Everybody say 𝐶𝐞𝐽 framework. Okay. So 𝐶𝐞𝐽.
𝐶𝐞𝐽 framework.
𝐶𝐞𝐽. The end point of every intervention is to know the people. And the intervention is to grow their potential. The end point of every intervention is to grow and show their production. So when you do this, who are you? You are a 𝐶𝐞𝐽 specialist. A 𝐶𝐞𝐽. Pastor Mrs. Ifi Adegoke. When you know the people and grow their potential and help them to show their production, who are you? You are a 𝐶𝐞𝐽. A 𝐶𝐞𝐽 pastor. Palobi Adeola Adebimpe. When you know the people, yes, sir, training and grow their potential in order to help them showcase their production. Who are you? Whatever you are training for in applied metaverse, I'm not only trained, I am 𝐶𝐞𝐽 coach, I'm a 𝐶𝐞𝐽 counselor, I'm a 𝐶𝐞𝐽
therapist.
So people, you are welcome on board. I am a 𝐶𝐞𝐽 coach to institutions, to hospitals, where I have retainership services I do no service. Meaning, when I meet you, I want to know you. You're good, you're bad, and you're ugly. When I meet you, I want to grow your potential. I believe you can be more, and you have what it takes. Okay, can you mute people now? Not Grosso people here who are not muted and they are talking while I'm talking. You are anti-Grosso. Emmanuel, I hope you are no Grosso compliant.
Yes, sir.
You also, when you don't mute and you are talking, you are anti-Grosso. So, very pivotal. Let's be Grosso compliant. So, what are we saying on a very pivotal note? Leave people with a deposit of Grosso. As a client is leaving you, have I known them enough? Have I been able to take their biohistory? Do I have a structure that captures them, my client, as a person or people? Do I have a structure that grows their potential, reserved energy, that tells me and tells them what they can do that they have not done? Do I have the facility to also show them things that could make them happier, enjoy better life, make them catch fun, and to be more fulfilled? Once you do that, Alice Nomankas Dorcas, who are you? You are a no-grosso specialist. You are a no-grosso counselor. You are a no-grosso nurse. You are a no-grosso doctor. You are a no-grosso caregiver. You are a no-grosso public health officer. So, showcasing care and carrying out intervention is more than just solving the problem you meet on ground. No, I don't do that. I take them beyond what I found. Besides turning the problems to prosper for production, they are happy leaving me because they see a version of themselves they have never seen. That is a specialist. That is a therapist. So let's move on, no-grosso people. Now, listen very carefully here. You want to intervene beside entertainment? Please look at these two figures. I start from figure 1. This is where you meet people encysted and encrusted in their in their own circle of problems, circle of situation, requiring your input as a therapist, as a coach. They are woven around in their A, B, C, and D, in their own world, in their own ecosystem. It could be good, it could be bad, and it could be what? Ugly. Now, your work as a therapist is to be able to find their space in figure 1. What is in their A? What are they holding so high up? What is in their B that is powering their C? A, ability. B, the reality around them. C, the activity that is woven around their lives. Can I go over again? Every caregiver, whether you are a medical doctor, a therapist, who is trying to no-grosso care, as we have Olaroye, Ronke Ibiyemi, who is already claiming to be a no-grosso health caregiver. What is her competency? She sees an individual a group of people woven in their own ecosystem. It could be the good, the bad, and the ugly. Tomorrow I will show you how to identify whether it is good, bad, or ugly. I'll just take you on a surface note today. And then he penetrates to see his A. What did I say A? The ability he has, or otherwise. 2 is B, the reality woven around the client. And then C, the activity the client does. Because ability, what he has, reality, the conditions prevalent around him, inside, out, and activity, what he does outside, determines whether he is well or not. Somebody is not 𝐶𝐞𝐽 compliant here or is still talking underneath and is not muted. You are anti-𝐶𝐞𝐽 if you are the one. Fifilo Nkia, are you the one? So please, you can't talk when I am talking. So as a therapist, as a coach, as a consultant, until you are able to cascade and relate with your client in their circle, you have not started. I went to one hospital one day. Like I said, the way a nurse treated a client, a patient on the bed, a baba for that matter, he said, "Abeg, Baba, turn your buttock here and let me do my work. Am I the one who told you to be sick?" Ah! I felt hot that day. I said, this is abomination. It was then I did research and they told me, doctor, there are 2 kinds of nurses. Nurses by calling and nurses by circumstances. No care, no make of kindness at all. Thank you, Lawrence Okpa. Everybody, you can see what Lawrence Okpa have summarized for you. He is a 𝐶𝐞𝐽 compliant instructor. He said A, ability, B, reality, C, activity. Determine whether you are competent or not. So when you are designing your form, Rebecca Ihendu, Amina Ilia, when you are designing your form to take on your client, you must capture these 3. That's why when you see my own form, when I'm consulting, I am orderly. Oh, madam, what are the abilities you have? What are the circumstances around you and inside you? How do you feel and all of that? It's general everywhere. If you must be 𝐶𝐞𝐽 compliant. Olayinka Shodunke, are you still 𝐶𝐞𝐽 compliant? And then the C is what? Activities. What is the person doing in life? It's either that you are doing something or what? Something is doing you. So every client, something is doing them. It could be the good, the bad, or the ugly. As a coach, a therapist, a caregiver, you must be found doing something for people that something is doing them. So please, your capacity to penetrate through E, to be able to identify A, B, C, that makes them vulnerable at D, makes you an expert. If you understand me, say, doctor, I hear. Doctor, I understand. Who is understanding? Mama Doctor Sadewoye, are you hearing? Grace is still saying she's an 𝐶𝐞𝐽 counselor. Thank you, thank you. Tinos, hear me. Alice, understand me. Dr. Emekelechi, understand me. Only 5 people. I'm satisfied. Yinka, do you understand me? Amina, Adamu, do you understand? Good. So that is case 1. Now, you don't stop there. You need to know their APC, PDP, and LP quotient. What did I say you need to understand? APC, PDP, for what? LP quotient. Whether you are a doctor, a nurse, a therapist, whoever that you are, you need to understand their APC, their PDP, and their LP quotient. So what is APC? You need to do appreciation. When you appreciate what is on ground, you can penetrate them, and then you can make contribution. So what is APC? To no grosso coach, no grosso counselor, no grosso doctor, no grosso therapist, no grosso caregiver and nurses. Capacity for appreciation, penetration, for ultimate what? Contribution. When you are able to do this, you are going to shift their PDP. Charlie, what is their PDP? Personal development plans. You are going to work alongside with them. Aderibigbe Adejare Morenikeji, you are able to do what? Work along with them to shift upward their personal developmental plans. Is that taking? Then what is LP? Lifestyle and productivity gain. You shift it upward. When you can do this, you are a no grosso doctor. You are a no grosso coach. You are a no grosso therapist. What goes for one goes for all. Don't tell me, doctor, that's not my problem. Well, the problem the woman brought, I solve it. Let her go. When she has problem, she will look for me. You are a herbalist. You are not a therapist. You are a herbalist. Herbalists only solve the problem they bring to them if they don't create more damages. That's the difference between a therapist and a herbalist. Herbalists wait for you to have the undoing. But therapy says, sir, we can prevent. Sir, watch this. Sir, now that I've sorted out this, there is this and that you need to take precaution over. And your family, well done. You are an Ogrosho compliant coach. He's writing down my APC. I thought he would write a political party. He wrote down my PDP and, of course, the LP value. Do you all understand? Your recording has stopped. Wow. Fatima, are you recording this? My own recording is full here.
Yes, sir, it's been recorded.
Please do. We can't miss this. We can't. Now, do we all understand the first cycle of management? Health management for a client. If you understand, say, I understand, doctor. I'm going to go to the second leg, which most people don't do in Africa. And that's why we are where we are. A medical doctor is supposed to solve problems, not only the one brought to him. He's supposed to use his competency analysis to solve further problems. Now look at it. Can you see F? Tomorrow I will show you how to know A, B, C, D. It is in D, he or she takes responsibility or he either takes responsibility in D or becomes vulnerable. We either see vulnerability or what? Responsibility. When the person operates in the good mode, in D, he takes responsibility. When he operates in the bad and ugly mode, in D, he is in what? Vulnerability, which is in degrees. A, B, C. You are good in them. You are taking responsibility in D. A, B, C. You are bad and ugly in them. You are in vulnerability. Do you see the difference between responsibility and vulnerability? As a coach, as a doctor, as a behavioral therapist, mental health expert, caregiver, you are supposed to know. I'll show you how to know later. So once you pull out of here, you go to your F. F is your point of navigation. Where you did the journey, can you see the indicators? I show you APC, mind shift, need analysis, bad and ugly, breaking through the hub, problem and symptom. They are all in your figure 1. The work of a therapist, a mental health expert, is to now move the client through a navigation journey. And you see it? F is what? Navigation journey. It moves the client out of this environment into a new ecosystem that he has helped the client to create. Your first touch A, your second touch B, your third touch C brings the individual into a destination called isolation. He or she is in a world of his own. You're coming in there to associate with him, empathize with him, not sympathize. There's nothing like, hey, yeah, madam, you are a quack. You are not Ogroso compliant. Hey, yeah, papa. Hey, yeah. Those are sentiments that are not required. You empathize. If you just say, yeah, oh, papa, you are a quack. Needing help yourself. So move out your client from that ecosystem through a navigational journey into G. You break him here to enlist him in the second circle. And here, your G is the point of penetration. Given the vulnerability of your client, you don't just penetrate anyhow. Otherwise, somebody who has a saw, you are carrying hammer to hit him or her on the place of saw, then you are causing more havoc instead of helping your client. So you now penetrate figure 2 for him, where you help him identify his true position, through therapy that you offer, and bringing him to find his place. What is H? As you offer solutions, so that he can take his space around the figure 2, which is his what? His I. He finds his place through your service and takes his place and can fix his economy, fix his politics, fix his career, fix his family, all of this roundabout, and then communicate back. He goes out and then comes back in through a J and all the ancillaries of J. Can you see? He gives out to feedback himself in the center of his own universe. Once you are able to achieve that, celebrate, clap for yourself. You are an Ogroso teacher, an Ogroso counselor, an Ogroso consultant, and an Ogroso therapist, an Ogroso doctor. And that is the essence there. You help him create possibilities around his life. In figure 1, he is needy. In figure 2, he is seedy. He is in need. Figure 1. He is vulnerable in figure 1, but in figure 2, he is responsible. There are 10 differences in between them, which you can read in one of my books if you want later. 10 differences between figure 1 and figure 2, so that you can know in your navigation journey when you have been able to successfully help your client to relocate a jackpot from himself, the bad self, to a good one, where he can find his place and take his place. If you understand, say, doctor, I hear you. Write it for me. Nobody understands except Lawrence Okpa. Who can understand? I've just analyzed figure 1 and 2. What you do in therapy. If I don't tell you the surface, thank you, Zena Bedu, at least. Thank you, Dr. Ekpo. Thank you, Pastor. If Pastor don't understand, then I'm in trouble. Tino's Q, thank you very much. Who understands again? Good. Dr. Eme, thank you very much. Who does? This is intervention. So if you have been intervening and you don't do all of this, I'm sorry, you are not a Nogrosho interventionist. We can't certify you. Thank you, Ronke. Thank you, Bukola Oladipo. Thank you, Stephen Egbo. Good. So let's move forward. There are books for this you can read later, which I have put everything in plain and lucid language for you. See one of it. Service beyond border, never a myth. And you see it, a blueprint for what? Explosion and retention. Say, I'm not having clients. Why will you have clients when you are not no-groshoing? You have to no-grosho to be able to help people so that they can be retained. I've seen places where they'll say, doctor, please be checking on us every month. I say, good. I have a retainership form. Please fill, let me have it, pay so amount, and then. The book name again is Service Excellence Beyond Borders. That's the name of the book. You can get it from me later. So you need it. If you are not no group, sorry, I'm sorry. Hunger is an advanced course. It's a PhD program. So you need to do, and then when you are beginning to know Grosho, it will carve out your services. Can you see me in the military? I do services for them. Can you see this one again? You can craft your mental health service across board. See, before I'm through these 2 days, all of you decide which aspect of mental health do you want to specialize. Don't tell me, doctor, I want to be all across. And you want to train for just 2 days? You have seen nothing yet. Choose where your flair is. Oh, you don't know which one? I can also sort that one out for you later. So you see me in the military, I have services for them. Mental health service. I may not call it mental health, but everything is still around that space. You see me, how to identify a child for drug addiction. You see me running programs and all of that. You can say, my own doctor, I want to be a specialist in juvenile addiction, child addiction. I want to handle delinquencies. I want to handle depression. I want to handle whatever expert. Don't be a jack of all trades and what? Master of none. Monica, don't worry, you get it later when you ask me. I'll give you the link to download it. Can you see how a coin now service? Don't just wait to see problems before you solve it. You say mosquito is disturbing me, therefore you carry fleet. Don't wait. You are not an expert. Create services. Can you see what? How to identify a child For what? Drug addiction. Where do you think this will sell? Go to women. Go to mothers. Sell it to them as service. Customize services. When you know mental health or your own area, I can also train you to create scalable services through your own area so that you don't necessarily have to wait. Now, if I talk about emotional health, now people don't know about it. So what do? I create services around that and sell it to people who need it. How do I know the people who need it? I use the rule of 5W and 2H. Everybody write it down. 5W and 2H. Have you written it? First W, what is it? What's the issue I want to handle? So, why is the issue? And why am I handling it? 3, where? Location. 4, when? Time perspective. 5, who? The specimen involved. And then 6, how? The strategy to doing it. And then 7, the second H, harvest. What am I expecting at the end of the day? They are all in the book. You can't do these 7 and you are stranded. Monica, Alice. If you are no brochure compliant therapist or coach, you need to do 5W and 2H. Then you can create a customized service like this. See another one. What therapists look for? I said the name of my organization, and then undertakes, diagnose, detoxify. Therapists like myself, mentors, and the rest of it. I say test for what? Drug addiction. Test for what? Vulnerability, the one I show you the other time. Do you know you can take this as a major work? And all you are doing is drug addiction and related deviant behavior for crack out services. Let me tell you here, all of you that are on this space, when you have eventually chose your own niche, I can help you create 25 scalable jobs from your niche. When you say, Doctor, Elia, Amina, you say, Doctor, my niche is child addiction. My niche is mental health among women. I can help you what? Create 25 jobs that are scalable. So this issue of I don't know what to do and I don't know how to go about it will not be anymore. And that's why you are in this training. Clap for me if you want me to.
1911.
Somebody is non-negotiable compliant here. Oh, you, sir, you are talking when you are not muted. Thank you, Savior Bala. Okay, only Laplace is clapping for me. Others are not clapping. Okay, no scaling anybody. Let me just do your teaching and go. Very vital. You see, there is a high demand. Thank you, Veronica Emmanuel. Veronica is the name of my wife. No wonder you are clapping for me. Okay, Emmanuel Chinonso, thank you very much. I can help you create how many jobs? 𝐈𝐭𝐴 𝐸 25 jobs from your niche. Once you can pinpoint, I'll package you and create those jobs for you, and then you hit the ground running. Specialize in organizational and behavioral therapy. Yes, talk to me, �W𝐞𝐧𝐭. I like that. Do what you are saying, and it will take you around the globe. Once you develop a niche around that space. My niche is mental health among children. Yes, and your family. Now you are talking. Alice, my niche is child trauma and behavior challenges. Goals. 25 jobs. Savior Bala, stop clapping. Tell me your niche. What's your niche? Everybody. I don't know how to discover your niche. It's still my work. I can show you through your 3 circles and 1 triangle behavioral changes in children. Johnson, Sheyito, I hope you are not copying somebody. Tell me your niche, everybody. Okay, so let's go on. My niche is mental health in women. My niche is PSTD among exits. Great service I have for mental health care in women, Monica. Good, good. I have 5 jobs for you waiting. Ali, Amina, okay. Family care, Mama. Mama, you don't have problem. Bukola Oladipo. Okay. So now, this is the basis why we are doing intervention. Everybody, what can you find? What is this work about? Behavioral violation virtual can. A compelling plague against what? Distinction. Many people have desires. Oh, I want to come out in my bed. But there's something greater than devil inside them. And this is what the devil attacks. This is what the devil cooperates with in people's life. You see people misbehaving big time. And they say, na devil, na devil. They are not too wrong. Yinka, what did I say? They are not too wrong. Why? The devil looks into them and finds something that their violation has content. You know, sudden collapses, for example, don't just happen. Protocol, even if you are a medical doctor. One doctor collapsed and died in Port Harcourt, unfortunately, last month. He didn't sleep for 3 days. His behavioral stretch protocol. And he slumped and died. When your behavioral violation virtual can gets full, I mean, I'm giving me a bottle of water. Give me a bottle. Let me show you what is happening. Overwhelmed. Bring your water for me. I need the one. Good. I mean, I say, coach here. Everybody, can you see this? What is in my hand? What is in my hand? What can you see? What can you see, everybody? Okay, let me spotlight this for you to see well. Okay, I can spotlight it. I'm not what can you see in my hand, everybody? Oh, they are not hearing me. What can you say and misbehaving people? You know what happened? And be building up and accumulating and accumulating until when it is full. That's why mental health is so precarious. Depression, addiction, suicide ideation, they are not one day issue. This is somebody very hale and healthy in the morning, but you have to know partial stroke in the evening. When you keep disobeying your personal lifestyle protocol, your daily routine, even as a coach and therapist, what do you notice? You start accumulating all those behavioral violation materials inside you. As soon as your bottle, your can gets filled, it spills. The person is down. He can't coordinate again. Anything can happen. Some even die. Some sleep without waking up. So now, when people do the wrong thing and they say, "Na devil," and they start blaming them, it is simply because that same devil looks into them and saw that their account has content, bad one, of course. And once you warehouse a bad content, you are attracting the negatives. And negatives are developed in the dark room. So why we are doing intervention is to help our clients to empty their can. I'm going to empty this can now. Can you see it has content? Your work as a coach or therapist, a doctor, is to identify what is the content, the quantity, the context, the concept, the composition of what is inside, and to say this thing you are not supposed to be here. Before you are fooled, and can I shock you? In therapy, whatever is inside the man directs him, coordinates him, speaks to him, guides his sense of perspective, and even perception. So what you do in intervention is to empty the can. Can you see it's not empty? Then the person stop misbehaving. So in therapy, we do behavioral invasion. We invade into our client to identify who they are in figure 1 and to use proficiency and packaging to move them to figure 2. Otherwise, their behavioral violation virtual can will keep getting filled. And that's why education is not therapy. Education is no intervention. Motivation does not do the work. Say after me. Just affirmation. I am okay. Say it 50 times. I am okay. 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 By the time he finishes, I am okay. Reality. B will speak up again. And then we'll pick up activity. C again. And he will say, I'm not still free. Coach, I still feel that thing. Because even you as a coach, you are only peripheral on the surface. You don't know what it takes to invade into your client, show him who he is inside, and help him navigate from who he is inside to who he is supposed to be inside out. Doctor, right for me, I do, because the number is thinning out. Many were called. Few are being chosen now at the reason of people's decision. If you are still interested in therapy, in intervention, say, doctor, I do. Thank you, Mojisola Ajayi. Mental health care, therapium, yes. Thank you. At least I still find 2. So I won't destroy. I can find 2. Thank you, Ify. So now let's go on. This thing is not a rush thing. No. If you are in a hurry for certification, you can get certificate and still be very blank, not knowing what to do. Ordinary common diagnosis you cannot take. And you say you are a mental health coach or therapist. So that's why I'm taking it small. I'm getting so much value. Thank you, Pastor Doctor. You are my new friend. Look for me and let me give you so many stuff. That's what is killing people. And doctors are not trained to see this. They can see. It's not their training. No. It's to help others to discover what is in their violation can so that they can start behaving well. So some things we say devil. No be devil. It's behavior. And that's why you see, I've handled cases local, national, and international. And afterwards, my client will say, Kai, doctor, I'm just free. I felt free inside. I say, yes, that's therapy for you. That's what I'm waiting for. And how do you know when they are free inside? Their appearance changes. There was one lady I handled. If you see how she did that face, you will think I'm because of all her problems. Now it will be foolhardy of me to say, prepare your face now. Am I the cause of your problem? You are a quack. To say something like that. Why just endure? I managed her. When I hit a home run, invading into her, her face changed. I said, doctor, can I confess? You are the only doctor in Nigeria, even overseas, who told me exactly what is been happening to me that my parents don't understand, and they're misunderstanding me. And in the course of the therapy, he said, you know, I'm just free now. I say, yes, you are free because you said it. Out of the abundance of the heart. What happens? Our mouth spoke. So you can get instant result without the drugs. Lifestyle protocol. Now, no drugs can take care of behavioral violation. We do two things. How many two things do we do to empty this can? We do mental evacuation and emotional detoxification. Write the two for me if you heard me right. Mental evacuation and emotional what? Detoxification. Are we going to carry liquid or what? No, no liquid anywhere. It's a tough therapy plus some certain pragmatic assignment and exercises there. And the person will say, oh, I'm free. I'm feeling light. Even my mind is light. Not free. Mental evacuation and emotional what? Detoxification. I do it a huge lot for people, for therapy, for specialists. Because if you are not free yourself, you will corrupt your client. By transference. Mental what? Evacuation and emotional detoxification. I also have works around that space. No drugs. Am I against drugs? No. But I modify behavior through 5T behavioral modification model. What is 5T? OT2, they keep writing it. So evacuation is not only when a woman miscarrying in pregnancy. You say, do evacuation. No. Most men need evacuation mentally and detoxification emotionally. Amina, Ilya, which one of the two do you need? Savior Bala, which one of the two? Chiwendu Christy, which one do you need? This one, now, pastor, you don't need any. Palobi, which one do you need? Evacuation or detoxification? Find out your sins now before your sin begins to find you out. Kolawole Oladele said, mental evacuation and emotional detoxification. Richmond. I like Richmond. It's telling me the truth. Telling me the way. Adetonisbo. Apply quick. Quick. Before you become certificate. Don't carry our certificate. Why you need mental evacuation and what? Emotional detoxification. One day I will take that course here. It's a 3-hour course. So that you can be free. Okay. So let's move from that space. Can you see? You can also say, doctor, my own area of specialty, my need is addiction. Beyond rehab, a habitual struggle. You've seen cases where people go to 5 rehabs, 6 rehabs, and they are still going. In fact, some people now are saying, don't mind all this rehab. That's scam. It's not scam. It's just that there is a gap analysis that most of those rehab centers don't know. And that's why their clients come down in relapses. I am also an anti-relapse expert. So you know anybody who's gone through 5 rehab, 4 rehab, and they are still same or worse, please connect and let's sort it out. There is a solution we have carved out for African recovery management system and dynamics that is solving the problem of relapses. And you can say, Doctor, wow, you just opened my eyes, man. I want to be a relapse, anti-relapse expert or a relapse manager. It's a very, very great cash cow. In fact, I'm so willing to train relapse managers in Africa. How many of you want to train as a relapse expert, relapse manager? Indicate here. I can't concentrate again. What happened, Emmanuel? Emmanuel, Victoria can't concentrate. Waiting the shell. It's too hot, Abi. Even with him and Putin. Who wants to be an anti-relapse expert? Good. So connect later. Yes, relapse manager, relapse executive, relapse whatever. To coin out your own name. That's you need it because you are going to meet cases. And relapse is not only in drugs. You cancel somebody and it's still back into that thing. It means there's something wrong there. Now, can you see how I'm creating services for you without even having to be certified? That is the point of behavioral health, mental health, and the rest of them. And you can still say, well, my own case is different. I want to be a consultant and a coach. Can you see me? A university hired me to come and talk on a symposium, healthy minds, and all of that. So once you know your onion, you can always tweak around your space once you find your place. And it is in figure 2 that I showed you. You find your place in order to take your space. Everybody do your finger like this. Say from today, doctor, I will find my place, point it, in order to take my space. From today, Dr. James, I will find my place for a niche in order to take my space for different pitches. Please clap for yourself. Yinka, this one, you are not allowing me to see your face. Don't know, maybe you are doing something else. Okay, so let's go on. Anti-relapse expert, okay, no problem. You can also be a consultant like me. I speak anywhere on subject matter area of my own space, which I believe you too can be. Don't just say, I want to be a consultant. Over what? Consultant in which area? You must have a niche. Can you get the video for this lesson? Okay. So, and then you can still say, doctor, see my own area. Okay. So, intervention, this is the meaning. What is the situation in your figure 1? The good, the bad, and the ugly? What is the strategy to routing it? And what is the cut-out solution that you have? So 3S equals to 1I formula. The situation analysis, the strategy, and then the solution. In therapy, there's no one size fits it all. Oh, you have a headache? And go and sleep. What if he's just woken up from sleep? You need to do your diagnosis. And can I give you the formula for surface diagnosis? Everybody write down IDEA. IDEA. You should be able to do surface diagnosis. IDEA. IDEA. I means identification. Pastor Bazu Emmanuel, I means what? Identification of the case. Ask question. Madam, what's the issue? Uncle, what's the issue? Where is the issue? How is the issue? Where is the issue? When is the issue? How is the issue? What are you trying to do? Identification. I. What about D? Definition. When you don't do identification, good, Stephen Egbo, I want to be a consultant in health, safety, and security. Although it's becoming too much for one single head. Make I detoxify you first, so and evacuate. One day to be evacuated. So, definition of the case. That's why you can't tell me you are a specialist or a therapist who don't write down. And a client is before you, you are doing, yeah, no, you are you are not an interventionist. You are an interrupter. Yeah, is that? When you are doing any assignment, you write down. Be professional in your approach. Write down. You highlight. Don't write books. And don't write something people will not see. Let me not take it on our doctors. Even my daughter, when she first became a medical doctor, her handwriting changed. He just writes up me like this. Go pharmacy. You know what is written. It's not fair. Dr. Mbayo will speak to this for us. Write clearly. Carry your client along in identification to get all the data, facts, and figure you need for your definition. Because when you are able to bring together all those 5W and 2H, it will help you to do definition of the case. You'll be able to cluster, and you will see things tallying. You say, okay, this is depression. Okay, this is addiction. Okay, this is mild hypertension. Okay, this is that. Now, why am I saying what I am saying? Because I know about them. They are my area of niches. So don't ask me questions. Doctor, how do you know in general terms? Then you are a general. There's no room for general in mental health. As you grow, you can handle all cases. There are cases you don't know about. If I bring issue about CBT here now, most of you may not know, except you are trained specialist from somewhere. Where I trained from, in Florida, far away Florida, or Hawaii, for all this. So this is what? Definition. Why identification gives you a Marshall area mapped out for what you are looking for. Definition points it direct. To say, based on the fact before you as a specialist, this is what this case is. That's definition. Definition of the case. Where you see it in the good, the bad, and the ugly manner. What is letter E? It is called evaluation. You evaluate. As a specialist, in your subject matter area, as an expert, you're able to evaluate. And you see, every problem also carries alongside its own solution. Are you aware that when snake beats an individual, what do they use? Anti-snake venom. They use the same venom of the snake to produce what? The anti-snake venom. So the other side of it is what? Tail. When you have tail, just turn it. So in your capacity to identify and define, you will also know how to evaluate. In evaluation, what do? You look at the facts before you and establish a pattern that you have found. And that is what we call trend analysis. are going to say, Kai, this guy has suffered for this long. Don't say it out too, otherwise you will be counterproductive. In your inside, you say, Kai, this man has gone through so and so. Okay, I see. And that's why doctors see, before they start writing what you cannot read, and say, go to pharmacy. They know. They will interpret and all of that. You do evaluation. This 3 is called diagnosis on the surface. It's called what? Surface diagnosis. Everybody write for me surface diagnosis. I've not told you A. Nobody is writing. Write for me surface diagnosis. Before I tell you A, Nehemiah Baka wants to write A without writing for me surface diagnosis. Thank you, Pastor. Thank you, Kelechi. Surface what? Diagnosis. So how many of you know how to do surface diagnosis now? When you do what I said now, you are empirical in your own area. So what is letter A? Administration or application. So who can tell me the 4? By idea method. A, I, identification. D, definition. A, evaluation. And A, application or administration of therapies. It is at this point I will tell my client, oh, I'm going to have 5 sessions. I'm going to run this check or that check. I'm going to run this biometrics or that biometrics. If you still understand me, say, doctor, I do. Thank you, Emmanuel Ekpo. Who still understand me? Thank you. You don't do. You don't do. You don't do. You don't do. Now, let me tell you one wonder that happens at diagnosis. That's why all of you must deepen your capacity for your niches. All those things you have studied around your own gamut that has helped you to find your place in order to take your space, they start hitting you left and right when you are doing diagnosis. They start hitting you. So as they start hitting you, what do? Write it down. Otherwise, you are a quack when you don't write down. Write it down. As you are taking cases and they are talking, highlight, write it down. You need their input for your own throughput in order to get output. Say, I need their input for my throughput in order to get output. Nobody is writing. I hope this people are understanding me. Fatima, this class is understanding me. Eh? NS, you wrote DEA. What about the I in front? So very vital. You hear people, you write down, do your own analysis on your own side, and then you can say, based on my knowledge, I'm going to do this, do that, do this, do that. So taking yourself in your own field and in your own area, let's know the one we need to support you. In fact, before you are certified, I want to know every of your niches and how deep you are in those niches so that we can spread you and spread you wider. You can be balanced in your coordinates before you start serving. You know, life has no duplicate, no spare tire or whatever. Please. And that's why you have to be very careful to know what you want to handle and what you are handling. For now, I will advise all of you to handle cases at surface level, at least being able to diagnose and to work alongside with your coach or therapist. I do that a huge lot for people across the globe, local, national, international, until you can stand on your own. You can't stand unilaterally because life is very, very damaging. Now, you can even have a service for the gym. In gym center, a gym invited me to do this, and I showed them how that doing gymnastics and all those aerobics does not erode emotional challenges. Mental health challenges at times can still come. Uncle Savior Bala, you can say, doctor, I like this one. I want to specialize in handling and contributing value at gym. You know, gym is very good. Bodily exercise profited to some extent, but you know what? It doesn't take away problems. It can distract you and bring back your zest and your energy. But what is in your behavioral violation does not go away with gym. So you can introduce as an anti-relapse expert or a behavioral violation expert and say, oh, I have a gym beside my house. This service, you will make a huge lot of intervention there. So that's another area. And then I go to institutions, an institute on a national note and all that. Can you see what I call it? Transformation drive. Did you see mental health there? They will listen to me. I did here. Can you see testing the waters for float? Because I know my own onion, I can always craft it in such a way to make it attractive. In this place now, I'm a senior consultant, and they've taken me around the world. Why? Because I offer services that are crafted and colored for them. And you see me in several platforms, Dangote, FRS, places. And you see another one, violence, all those kind of stuff. And you see retire without regret. There are mental health cases and all that. That doesn't mean those babas are bad. No. What you are saying, now let's help you restructure your mind to your new reality as we engage your ability for new activity. That's what we do. That is Circle 1. Moving them to Circle 2. Can you see sleep protocol? It's still mental health issue. Can say, I want to be a sleep expert. Sleep protocol coach. It's a green area, green field, cash cow. You can be trained. And then these are the days of sudden collapses. You can say, doctor, I want to be a behavioral health expert. To walk people away from sudden collapses, hypertensive mode, especially when it is by frivolity. We've walked away uncountable people through this our work. Now, see a work I crafted. Know and conduct behavioral check. I'm the only one who runs behavioral check in Africa. Nobody does it. We know of medical checks and all that. This is behavioral check. I coined it out, crafted it out, put it in a book, go to organizations, institutions for it. And I check people how, neck up, to be sure they are good how, save your bala, neck down, so that I'm in Aliyah, they can be great how, leg forward. Very, very vital. Can walk people away. I want to be a full community health and consultant in health and safety security. Adebipe, you are sure this is not too many for you alone. Okay. Okay. So, can do that. You see me on platform. What am I doing? Mental health. But I won't go there and call it mental health. You see me in classes, What am I doing? Mental health. You can always tweak whatever. You see me, even House of Legislator invited me to come and speak to people. You see me in their news. That was in somewhere in 𝐈𝐴 State not too long ago, where I was hired by a committee in the house to go and do what? Mental health. We were curbing food poisoning in Nigeria. It's a mental health case. So I have to craft out and coil out a service when there to deliver. You see, that's an award there and all that. That's Linus Okore, that's Virginia Abu, that is Siristoba, and what have you there, all of that. So you do all of this. So you have to unleash. Say, I'm ready to unleash. Do your hand like this. I'm ready to unleash. Nobody is doing it except me in car only. Are ready to unleash? When you unleash, what do? You create a new ecosystem. Doctor, is the method of intervention in behavioral change the same? Never. Save your bala? Never. There are all kinds of behavioral change model, but the one that is easily useful of utility factor are the ones I'm teaching you and training you that even ignoramus can use. I use 5T model. Okay, and your friend, you are ready to unleash. Before and your friend unleashes, what is the 5T model? Number 1T is teaching. Say teaching. In teaching, you educate people. You tell them what it is. What is it? That's a 5T model. Then after teaching, you do testing. That is evaluation. Simple things. Mental health is sweet when you know what you are doing. Caregiving is sweet when you know what you are doing. What's the third T? You do treating. First T, teaching, education. Second T, testing, evaluation. Third T, treating, intervention. That's where you enter into people and coming out without being a witch. 𝐭𝐴𝐨𝐝𝐞𝐫𝐾 can teach you better. This thing I'm telling you. You do intervention, treating. And then the fourth T is trending. In trending, what do you do? Integration. You show people how to integrate what you have just done now. And then the last T, the fifth T, is called trusting. 𝐇𝐞𝐴𝐴. That is where people do execution. Sorry, Auntie Shirley, drink water. Okay, speaking of it. Okay, so that's the 5T model. First T, teaching, education, testing, evaluation, treating, intervention, trending, integration, and trusting, execution. So Uncle Savior Bala, this is simple enough. How do you test? I will test you neck up now to be sure you are good, neck down, so that you can be great, leg forward. So let's see how many tests we can do since we still have tomorrow. Now, every one of you, do you have your CEBIT 101? Which of the assessment do you have? Type it to me. Let me see. Chat me. Which of the assessment do you have? I told you to print them out. Doctor, which is the best model in marriage counseling? Okay. It depends on which aspect of marriage counseling, because that is another ocean, deeper than Pacific Ocean. Hey, 𝐈𝐾𝐧 101. Okay. Who has another one? 𝐈𝐾𝐧 101. Who has another assessment? Only 𝐈𝐾𝐧 101. Okay. Let's hang one. and see what we can do. So when I check you up, these are the things I want to do now. I want to see how well you have managed your energy, how enriched you are, how well have you been enabled, what is your own entanglement quotient looking like, are you able to encourage others, are you empowered yourself, are you envisioned, are you enlarging, and how best can you engage? Okay. Only 2 people have assessment. 𝐓𝐡. Okay, let's see the one we can do together here. And that's the 5T model I told you. Always engage it. You teach or train, you test people, you train the results. And one of the critical things I use that gives me easy results is psychometric analysis. As a psychometrician, I prepare psychometric analysis that invade into people and bring them out. So one of the services I will do for all of you who are serious is that when you now have your own area of niche, I will support you with your implements to do critical work as a professional. If you tell me, Savior Bala, oh, I'm a marriage counselor, I will now ask you areas you are handling and contribute to your state all the implements you need so that the work becomes so simple, sure, and certain with you. Auntie Shali, Gogo, Abite, are you hearing what I am saying? So that's
Yes,
what I would.
Prof. When are we taking questions?
Okay, we should start taking questions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ask 1 or 2 questions because I want us to run an assessment before we call it a day today. You want us to run an assessment before taking questions? Or we should take question now?
Okay, let's run the assessment.
Good. So to run the assessment, these are the 3 positions you find yourself or your client. When they do things well, okay, maybe we can do this tomorrow. Let's run one of the assessment. Which of the assessment did you give them, Fatima?
I sent out the 2.
What is the 2? What is number 1? Because people are not showing me their assessment. So what is the 2 that you sent out? I want to hang, don't want to hang an assessment that people don't have.
Laplace metaverse mental health intervention test.
Okay, so I'm going to hang.
Yes, the second one is intervention capital assessment testimonial.
We'll do the 2 today and then take their interpretation tomorrow. So let me hang intervention capital. Since I've been talking to them about this stuff. If you are enjoying this class, say, Doctor, I do. You are catching fun and learning in order to make the fun, say, Doctor, I do. Okay, nobody is catching fun. Okay, not be my fault to don't know what to do again. Okay, okay, you are catching fun. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's do this first assessment now. Can you see what I hung, everybody? So now about my dad, General, why is he calling me that? Can you all see it? So take your biro and a sheet of paper. Write your name, where you are doing it from, your age, and your number. Since we don't have the test, now look at the graph on top. 1 means dull, 2 poor, 3 tolerable, 4 fair, 5 adequate, 6 good, 7 no, 8 excellent, 9 magnified, 10 perfect. We'll run one today. Tomorrow we'll run the other one and interpret the two. And then show you your niches and how to find it. Some of you are just guessing your niche. You don't really know. So the 10 graph on top means the same as the 10 column on the right. Thank you. Somebody said this is fun. I don't like dog classes. So do you understand? So you will write for me what your score is. For question 1, question 2, question 3. And then you will print your own assessment and tick it so that I can show you your emotional balance, your mental balance, and what have you. So that when you are testing your client and doing evaluation, administration, and the rest that I taught you, you can show them. I've used assessment to make people cry for their life, to make people change when they see how they are behaving. This is like magic, but it's not magic. It's empirical. So I want to test what you know now. That's why we call it intervention capital assessment test. So only write for me 1 to 10, where 1 is the least and 10 is the highest. Tomorrow when you print it and tick it exactly, then I'll be able to interpret for you. Intervention capital assessment test. I want to see how capitalized you are in intervening before meeting me today. Don't say now doctor has taught me, I think I'll be good now. So I'm scoring myself 10 over 10. No, before you met me now. So question number 1, you just write either you are 2, 2 means poor, or 7, 7 means very good, or 10, 10 means perfect. So question 1, have you, because we are going to snap it, and then I'll use it to treat you. How well is your effort? What are we looking for? Ability to put in critical effort. Put a critical effort in line with the situation on ground. How well will you rate your effort? 5 over 10, good or adequate. 8 over 10, excellent. How well will you rate your effort? Based on what you heard me said now. Oh, before, I'll just guess. That means you are poor. Guesswork is a behavioral error and violation. You don't guess. You are empirical. At least I showed you. So what you have been doing, will you say you are very good, which is 7 over 10, or you are adequate, 5 over 10, or you are just tolerable? Doctor, with the way you analyze, I think I'm just 2 over 10. Write it there. Question number 2, how well is your impact result? Can you measure your impact and the subsequent result after handling cases? If you have ever handled one. You haven't handled because you don't know. You are poor. Write 1. Question 3, need analysis. Your capacity to harness and manage the obvious need on ground. How well? You call it your area. How well have you been able to manage cases on ground? Hello. Then question number 4, solution. Ability to provide effective strategy to leads. Okay. That leads to undeniable solution for the situation on ground. How well? Number 5. Just write your number. Then number, no, not here. Write it on a sheet of paper because you will sum it up and tell me what you scored. Then I will tell you where you are. Not on the screen here. Right? Maybe a jotter or a sheet of paper because you will snap it. Then I'll be able to tell you what you are doing wrong, what you are doing right. Not here. Question number 6. No, number 5. Value. The quality and effectiveness of your intervention strategy. How well has it been? Even when you were doing quackery without my training on the surface now. Then number 7, mindset, ability to keep. It's even 5 already. Can you see? Time has gone. You spent 2 hours. Quick. And you see, meanwhile we are still at the introduction. Make sure you come early tomorrow. We'll round up here today. Now, number 6, mindset, ability to keep a sound and robust mind in whatever situation you find yourself. You are not the one who handled the case and you can't sleep at night. And you are becoming traumatized. I say, people are suffering. People are suffering. And they sent through your head. What doctor said. Then number 7, situation. Capacity to define and interpret the circumstance and situation on ground. How well have you been able to do that? If you don't know, you cannot grow. If you don't grow, you cannot show. It's a no-grow show strategy. It's a no-grow show template. Chino's Q. Are you hearing me? Mama K, are you hearing me? You must know to grow in order to show. Then number 8, provision. Ability to profile adequate and effective resources to meet the situation on ground. Number 9, strategy. Capacity and ability to pull out effective means to solve whatever situation you find on ground. And I've told you how to find situation on ground. 5W, do it. And then number 10, identification of God. In your first circle, figure 1, where you are able to do penetration, because you have aptitude for appreciation, you do penetration in order to make contribution. But you don't make contribution in figure 1. You move out your client to a new ecosystem as you talk with them, as you engage with them, so that you can help them find a new place where they can take their space. When you do that, you are heavy wire on ground. So question 10, identification of God. Ability to see through the client and identify gaps, loopholes, and vacuum. How well can you do that? So add all your figures, whatever you get. That's your total score. So I need your total score now so that we can wind up from here today. And I'll just do surface interpretation. But by tomorrow, when you have your total score pitched on your paper, then I can see your gap, loophole, and vacuum. I missed question 7. Question 7 is situation. Capacity to define and interpret the circumstances and situation on ground. How well are you able to do that? So add all your figure and tell me in the chat box what you got. Who scored something? What did you score? People are adding here. No, here. On a separate sheet. Who is scoring 93? Emmanuel Ekpo. Where experts are in the house. I can't until I see your sense. 53. Whatever you score, subtract it from 100. That's the number of leakages you are having. That's the number of leakages you are having. If you score 63, that means your GP tank is leaking in 37 places. That's not a good GP tank. You score 68, your GP tank is leaking in 32 places. That's not good work. Okay, I mean, go. If you score 72, well, you are trying, but your GP tank is leaking in 28 places only. Uncle Savior Bala, what did you score? What did you score? 77. You try, but your GP tank is leaking in 23 places. 81. Pastor, you try. Okay. Bukola Oladipo, 65. Okay. 82. Okay. There is good. There are experts in the house, no doubt about it, who are doing well and doing fine on the surface. I quickly add that one until I see what Your analysis is on your assessment. I never can say whether you are good inside that. Mama Adewoye, well done. You even try. So anybody who score 1 to 39, what is his position? He needs the tension and his clueless. Not a therapist. It's far away from what he claims to be his clueless. If you score 40 to 50, you need attention and you are just curious. Can you see me interpreting it on the surface? If you score 51 to 60, you need comprehension. You are only concerned, but you don't know what to do. If you score 61 to 70, well, you are manifesting small and making contact. But contact alone won't do the work. If you score 61 to 70, yes, I've just explained. If you score 71 to 80, when you are extending and you are committed to your work, you know your brand, but you have not yet reached full potential. But when you score 81 to 100, we will stand up for you. Laplace and Cyber Resources will stand up for you. You are a role model who is doing what you know and knowing what to do. Adesanya Olusegun, well done, sir. Well done. This man cannot go greet you. Ruth, well done. Bonafide member, Alausa chapter, well done. Except that you are looking for 24 places. Uncle ZT, this one you are scratching air. Wait till you get. Benedict, 50. That's medium there. So ask your question. If you got fun, you got value, can you signify? Ask 1 or 2 questions so that we call it a day. Yeah. 2 hours have gone, like 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. So we're picking just 3 questions. So if you have a question, just type it. We'll pick it from the chat. Type a question. And if you don't have questions, just if you don't have questions, so we'll call it a day. Because I know most of us want to have maybe places we are going. So because we said 3 to 5 and it's already 5:07. So let's use 5 minutes to take questions. How do I amend my linkages? Our first question from Adebukola. Prof, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, Prof.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yes. By the time you fill the psychometric analysis, it will show me 25 issues about you and about your client. So until you fill it in, I'll not be able to go beyond surface interpretation. And that's when you now pitch your various scores on the assessment, I will draw some lines, give me what you score, that will describe you exactly. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the biro write it. Your biro will just tell me your inside. You people don't know you are vomiting out to me. Uncle Savior Bala, once you fill this assessment, you have just vomited what you are doing to me, who you are, and all of that. Like now, I score 78. Yes, you are good on the surface as a public mental health, a public health mental consultant. Based on your teaching today, to concentrate on. I need to ask you 5 questions. I can't just tell you what to concentrate until I ask you 5 questions, uncle. And then you will be able to. Thank you so much for the insightful presentation. Yes, any other jamming question? Public mental health expert, so many areas. And then I need to know what you are passionate about. See, 4 things to arrive at your need. 1, who are you as a personality? Let me round up with that today so that everybody will take it home as an assignment. What your need is. Who am I? Personality. Write it down. 2, what do I potential? 3, what can I do? Production. It's still the no-grow show I'm talking to you about. Who am I? The good me, the bad me, the ugly me. They'll produce your need for us. Through my competence, then what do I have? Potential. How do I identify with the problem? How do I identify the problem with Down syndrome clients? Okay, I will answer that. So, number 3 things to produce your needs is, what can I do? Whether I've done it or not. Production. They know, they grow, they show. To give you your own shine. They know, they grow, they show. If you know who you are, the person, what you have, the potential, you know what you can do, the production. In the midst of the 3 is your powerhouse, your unique selling proposition, your niche. Thank you so very much. Any other question? So please do your assessment based on what you have scored, pitch it, and then snap it to me. I'll be able to grade it for you and show you your gap, loophole, and vacuum overnight.
What we'll be doing, yes, we'll share the recorded version. So what we'll be doing for that, I'm going to send the link to a Google form where everybody should submit their assessments. I'm going to do that this evening. So I hope it passes across with every one of us so that you submit it, they fill the form and submit it using the link I'm going to drop.
My assessment form, call it assessment.
Your assessment.
Or reality check or psychometric test. Okay. Not
sorry, your assessment, please. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and I hope we all enjoy. I don't. What am I even saying? We all enjoyed today's section, Prof.
Yeah, I mean, no, all party.
Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you, sir.
They were smiling. Every other person, they didn't enjoy it.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So tomorrow we would continue from where we stopped, the same time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. tomorrow. Please, let's be on time. You guys see that we have a lot to cover up. So, so Prof, we're not hearing you, but for tomorrow's assessment, you know there are 2 assessments you sent. They should also print that one for tomorrow, right?
And do and attempt it. Now they know a bit about how to do it.
So now, should they submit the 2 assessments?
Yes.
Okay,
so that tomorrow, the submission is just snapping. No, they will still hold their copy because I want to show them how to treat cases.
Okay.
And tell people this is what is happening with you. See your problem. See at this so and so point, you had this problem. You start crying. And they will say, you have just captured me. A woman was helped like that in one of the holy books. She abandoned her bucket and ran and brought out a whole city for her therapist. So let them feel snap to that joint box and then bring them here tomorrow. Because I need to be able to show them how to identify cases, see what is happening inside their client, and then help engage critically and solve problems mentally, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. Dr. Mba, you still here?
Thank you, Prof. So we are all submitting our assessment. I think that we should latest by tomorrow 9 p.m. Yes, because I'm going to send the results to Prof tomorrow by 9 p.m. So let's all try to submit it, print it out today. Then tomorrow latest 9 p.m. we should all submit our assessments. Yes, thank you everyone for joining today's section.
9 p.m. or 9 a.m.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, everyone. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you. God bless you, ma.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, please kindly share the recorded version
Yes,
with
I
us.
will. I will. I'll
Because
share
at the point, networks was off and on, so we missed out some, so that we'll be able to catch up. And especially where I am, somewhere in Ogun State.
Can you
That
please share
the
it now?
I didn't get it concerning that form, how to fill it, all those things. So please, network was just dwindling off and on. Thank you so much. So we can leave the meeting now, right?
Yes, now.